I don't think any of their current heroes like laning against Troll. Like, I don't want to be Marcy off lane against it. So I would be surprised if they weren't prepared to swap this up if it got countered in lane, which it did.
Bristleback coming out.
Now select your heroes.
Interesting. I don't know how I feel about the Bristleback.
We are very excited. It's always fun to see how teams are going to adapt and maybe find a solution to the Medusa. Spirit yesterday dissected it perfectly, as we're actually just starting off with some action right away. The Shadow Realm's going to protect Roof for the moment, but a full surround here, and First Blood will go to Sumail. Oh, that's the Sumail experience, man. Give this guy First Blood and run away with it. This is exactly what you want for NIGMA Galaxy. They've been very versatile with their drafts and their picks for a lot of their cores. Really good Bramble, though, on the top side set up there from Rue, completely blocking off any exit path.
Is a great rune to secure for Storm Spirit. He's not 6 quite yet, since there were some denies. He got zoned out a little bit.
Oh, great shard block coming in on the IO as well. Sumail helps bring down that Storm Spirit, and another snowball to dodge out the curse. Unfortunately for Sumail, the rune will spawn top. Rue takes that. See what he ends up doing in his build. It looks like Battle Fury. So, I mean, with Troll Warlord, you're either going Maelstrom or Battle Fury, depending on the game. I do like the Battle Fury here. Getting the Cornucopia is really important. He still hasn't leveled his ult, but here comes that rotation, and Radon, he'll just give it up.
No time for the ultimate at all there. Even if you use it, you're not getting a kill. You can just snowball. So, like, oh, this guy, you know, instead of support, you're being run down by Quills. Noob's doing the same thing down there, and, you know, we said Medusa's at top. I don't know if he's found some stacks. They had some, but, yeah, I mean, he's at the top now. No one wants to go deal with him. So, I don't know. That's why this draft is so interesting, and I think us and the panel are like, I don't know how it's going to go.
Big boundless strike, but there's the global from Aposhka. Just shuts down Sumail. They will finally get a very nice kill onto him, but they're going to dive the back line. In comes Ghost. In comes Noob. Now Stone Gaze will buy the Medusa some space. Omar with the Walrus punch, the stun. They just delete the Storm Spirit. And Noob is still chasing, looking for Aposhka. You just talked about it. Ran down by the Bristle. It's going to happen eventually. Trying to make his way here through the river, but with all that minus armor, -6 just stacks up so fast. So NIGMA, they will punish the dive into the mid lane. Playing quick here on NIGMA Galaxy, looking very strong at the moment. Oh, you get out of here, Sumail. It's actually a lot of damage.
I'm telling you, Roche, I want to see his move speed bumped up. I want to see that happen more in games.
They found Collapse. They will be able to trap him here with the shards, but in comes Lara on the backside, gets the Vortex, global silence out. Goodbye. Monkey King Collapse almost out of mana, but no real way to follow. Now in comes the Marcy, pops the Unleash, and Collapse not going to survive this one. Aposhka will TP out against the Bristle. A 1-for-1 trade. As we continue to see scaling, I mean, you don't really want to be attacking Noob if he's got his back towards you, but you get a one-on-one with Monkey King or Marcy, right? These are full commitment type heroes. Troll's going to come out ahead almost every time.
Yeah, you do need a couple items to get ahead, though, which is why he's been off farming quietly.
Yeah.
And I don't think he really
nice Walrus punch. Oh my goodness. Was that the blink reveal? It had to be, right? We'll see as they continue to look for more. A nice Bedlam will be able to try and buy him some space, but yeah, Rue's gonna die and Collapse. Has to just TP out. Can't choose to stick around. Now the minus armor is gonna stack up for Roche, and this will be a the objective they wanted all along.
I think they went a little too far. I think you come contest because you don't want to give them Roche for free, and if Roche is helping you, you can take the fight, but they push NIGMA off of Roche. And
it is probably the best defensive item you can get at some point. There's one queued up on Marcy is Dark Willow. So we're going to see several of these this game. Super valuable item against the lineup. Whether or not it's going to matter, they find Storm again. There's your Ghost Scepter. All right, clearly it matters. Wukong's command going to come through, try and find an opening here on the backside. It's going to be Radon, though, and here comes the Battle Trance. Terrorize connects. They're just stuck here. Can Radon actually finish the kill? Marcy actually just too strong thanks to GH.
I mean, Troll will win the one-on-one. The one-on-threes in Wukong's is a little much, especially for where he is net worth-wise compared to them.
All right, Ghost forced to pop BKB here, but seems to want to continue the chase now. He's going to back away.
Yeah, I was wondering, Ags is also pretty good, but I think Nullifier, because you can see they're going to build these Ghost Scepters and everything, so she's going to get it for her team. Ags later could be really nice, though. It's got a really big range, and if you silence up some of these heroes, like Dark Willow, right, just can't do anything.
He Tumbler toyed onto the high ground. Incredible. Blink Walrus Punch here onto the Medusa. Global silence onto the backside. The vision here allowing him to get to the Isle. Laurel, he'll take him down. The Ghost Scepter out just in time to survive. Well done here from the Storm Spears. Radon now coming in as well. He does have that Battle Trance available. Beautiful Meteor Hammer. Radon's just going to start beating him down. Ghost goes toe-to-toe, but he will not win. A huge fight here from Team Spirit as they're just going to try and bring down this Bristol. Ghost on his second life. Can he do this? He's got the Unleash going. In comes the Stone Gaze. Laurel still surviving on the back of this Ghost Scepter, and they've done it. They bring down the Marcy twice. Maposhka TPs to safety. What a fight from Spirit.
Yeah, the Marcy with Aegis, she comes back, but if you don't have your ult, you're just not as strong, though. The relocate's coming in.
Yeah, well, you may not be slowed, but you get, you know, trapped in the shards. Great terrorize into the Bedlam. They're going to turn around with a Meteor Hammer. Great snowball to save, but can you actually get out? There is a Storm Spirit ready to go. Omar will bail out the IO, but dies for it in the exchange.
All right, they did get the Halberd onto Noob. So until a BKB is done on Bristle, or sorry, the Troll, that's going to be annoying for him in fights.
Nice, Wukong's bottom lane into the stun. The follow-up here from Ghost. Can they mana burn him? No, he gets the ult off. Radon will get some support, but the BKB out from Marcy. It might be too little too late. Can Laurel salvage that? The global silence into a great terrorize. Sumail's BKB protecting him from now. A nice dodge again into the Meteor Hammer. Omar trying to burn down, but gets the snowball. Going to end up real deep here now.
Noob's joining in.
Yeah, here does come the Bristol. Gets the hairball out. Laurel's out of mana. Can they actually bring down this Storm? He gets the zip up and gets the kill onto Sumail just at the very end. Noob should be able to finish the job, but a nice fight once again here from Spirit. Can Collapse survive? Oh no, he cannot. Maposhka's back. Ghost has his eyes set on him. Into the Meteor Hammer, it will connect. Dude, I feel
pretty
like
low.
This curse is lasting forever. Armlet toggle for the moment, still has the Nullifier, but they can't slow down this Medusa. He's starting to run out of mana. It's finally adding up here, and well, it's not enough. This has been such, yeah, these fights just seem to last forever. Seems pretty viable. Low cooldown break against Bristleback and Monkey King. Pretty good.
We usually see the Hex here after you finish Meteor, Gleipnir, and this time he got a Ghost Scepter because of all that physical. He actually got an Octarine this time, and I kind of get it. Her spells are pretty good when you have this many melee heroes and you have an IO who needs to stay close. So a lot of Snake bounces, a lot of Gorgon Grasp.
This Heart on Noob, he is just tank. Like, he just sits here absorbing so much damage. He's going to jump in to actually get a Gleipnir onto the IO, but it's not going to be enough to find the kill. Boundless Strike to stop that Meteor Hammer. There's the Wukong's Tusk just dove onto the backline. Gets destroyed by Radon. There's going to be the Stone Gaze from Collapse to try and buy a little bit of space. They want to maybe try and take this fight on NIGMA. Noob, again, just tanking the front line. But you got to be careful. Radon, he's looking for an opening, trying to scout GH with this Shadow Blade. That's going to allow Laurel. He gets the green light. They take him down. No supports left for NIGMA as Radon's just going to get to work on this Bristleback. Disarm for now. Can you actually kill this guy is the question. Big bounce strike. Sumail ends up on the high ground. He gets feared as well. They will finally get to work taking down this Bristol as Radon under this BKB finally pops the ult. Tries to rebound away, but Sumail's first life, well, role-playing previous NA carry, I would say, you know?
Played a long time together.
Yeah. Maybe a little bit of a tribute, but
caught by the Bramble.
Catches him right at the end of the BKB. GH, his buyback, will be able to get Ghost to safety, but still a very even game. I know we're talking up a lot on Spirit here, but NIGMA Galaxy down but not out. Radon's gonna find Ghost on the top side here, gets the break on the Silver Edge, immediately pops the ult. Ghost can be forced to BKB. If he gets another root, he should finish the job, and very easily does.
Did he global to get 1 intelligence on that?
No, he global to prevent the reload.
relocate?
Yeah,
Okay,
it was the
okay.
reload. Io was close. They didn't know, but Io was actually close to the reload. Yeah,
Right. Much
Zip
smarter
in.
player than me. I'm thinking the intent in steal.
I need that brain drain, baby. Let's go. Mid lane, another fight breaking out. Sumail will barely survive. This damage coming out from Laurel as well as Collapse, like you said. It's a lot of burst damage now. But Radon thinking, like, guys, you want to just kill this Bristleback or what?
That's those are some famous last words.
Those are everyone's famous last guys. We can kill the Bristleback this time.
He's facing me. Totally hit him. It'll work this time.
Surely.
I mean, both of them, both offlaners are playing these very tanky heroes. You want to be focused. You want the Medusa to be tanking everything. You want the Bristle to tank everything so that everyone else is free to do the damage. Now, if the break comes in, maybe it's different, because now you got the Silver Edge and the Conda, so they have 2 sources of break.
Is the Conda done?
Yeah.
Oh. Yep, all right, there we go. Second break comes in. You're going to start doing some damage, building up those fervor stacks. Great Wallace punch initiation, but Laurel, he's found his opening. Gets on top of the other global, silences out, and Marcy getting absolutely shredded. Sumail on the run, can't escape. It's a disaster here for Enigma. An absolute team wipe nearly as Noob has to nightfall out of here. Oh my goodness. It wasn't even close.
And he's immediately rewarded with the Roshan. Yeah, Troll doing a lot of really one-on-ones, but that you can maybe kill Troll with enough lifesteal and boosted healing from the Io. When he's zipped on and just immediately killed, no one else has a save for the Io, except the Snowball. But so far, they've been really good about keeping that away with the global.
I mean, we haven't really even talked about it this game, because it's well, hold on. We'll let Laurel
We might not get much time to talk
We'll
about
let
this
the
game.
Parasma do the damage. They just yoink a gem away, I believe, as well, which is, I mean, making, adding insult to injury.
You'll never find the Maposhka board now.
Yeah, you'll never. Okay, we're gonna keep coming back to that one. That's gonna be a great arc. Radon joins his team in mid lane after grabbing the Roshan. Feels pretty much unstoppable on the Troll here. His ultimate's up. He's level 25. You're not killing this Troll. It's just too strong.
You're right. Getting that for free from Troll is fantastic. At least when it's active.
Yeah, it's 100 attack speed, though. Like, that is a ton of attack speed for these heroes.
I see pings. Who's doing that? Do they know he's here? All right. Sumail may be pinging himself.
Yeah, I think it might have been Noob, but I'm not sure. Either way, they're going to zip in here. Look for Noob. They do have those breaks at the ready, but a nice disarm there onto Radon.
Maybe
Go ahead and
from the
commit
back.
now. He's forced to BKB. You're right. In comes Sumail. Nice boundless strike, but the Force Staff out for now. They just delete Radon, but he's going to have that second life. Global is there. Can you commit a big global and a huge vortex in from Laurel? Dodges the meteor hammer. Oh my gosh.
They catch our eye on the back.
They can't do anything. They're just falling apart, and now they've got themselves the Marcy Noob, the last surviving hero. There's just no shot. Even the buyback from GH, they're doing their best, but Radon still had Battle Trance at the ready. GG's come out, and a beautiful turnaround in game 1 here from Spirit.
All right. That went longer than I thought. I thought that was going to be a pretty quick snowball one way or the other because of the all-physical damage draft. But I think both teams showing some strengths there. NIGMA had a good start. They were trying to push the tempo. Classic Spirit fashion, dragged the game out. We had picked the late game winning carry for Radon. We have the heroes to stall things out.
Those things that, like, Dark Willow, not necessarily like the greatest lane partner, but makes a lot of sense when we're talking about like why it works for Team Spirit here. You want to commit.
What I'm wondering is, are we going to see a potential like 3rd or 4th item Ag Scepter from Yatoro? Like, is that something Medusa carries are going to do nowadays? Lifestealer, on paper, has one of the worst matchups against Dusa because of the fact that he does health percentage damage.
No, it's not a surprise that Tinker is so highly contested in this tournament. Not only is it, probably one of the best supports of the patch, but we'll see here today why it's such a good carry or a mid laner as well. Bottom lane, Radon taking a ton of damage here from Noob, and Omar does get, he just has to pop all the mangoes to survive. So 3 mangoes down now as Noob actually, he might turn around, get the courier. No, great stomp though to follow it up, and that is it. First blood for the Centaur. They get the courier as well. Omar takes a lot of damage from the tower.
Keep an eye on Storm's mana bar in the top, guys. It's going to quickly rise up. Now, granted, Coddle's actually still quite low level, so it'll take a little longer. Once Coddle's 6, that'll shoot straight back up.
Stampede comes out. They're going to just go ahead and dive this Mars.
Offlaner's getting punished this game.
Yeah, it's a rough lane for both of them.
Centaur's still doing pretty well, though. Just by nature, he has an easier time farming early. No matter what build you go, you have some kind of farming tool. Mars, a little bit more reliant on having a good early game. Ooh.
Talking about a good early game, Laurel continuing his rampage, gets himself a killing spree now. All right, Storm Coddle already looking. He'll TP away knowing there's no stuns, and now mid lane Sumail under a little bit of trouble here, but tanky enough. Laurel will back away. Actually infested Omar as he TP'd in, so Laurel needs a little bit of help here from the Keeper of the Light. There's going to be the Stampede, the blink forward. He's get the mana, but is it in time? The Atos is out, the Stomp is there, the laser will take him down. What a chase from NIGMA. Now, they do bring in the Medusa, drop that Stone Gaze to try and make a little bit of space, but they've got the target they wanted, and yeah, Sumail will head right back to the base, continue his farm across the map.
What a find from Noob at the last second. The Stomp connects as Storm gets mana back from Chakra Magic. If that half a second faster and he's out. Right. Although maybe a little too aggressive there. Actually just dies now on this mid push, which I thought they would have for sure with the Storm being dead.
They're so used to like offlane Medusa. They're like, oh yeah, this hero can click me. It doesn't matter. Yeah. They're like, wait a minute. Yeah, this hero does a lot of damage.
If that's not the timing to go, then I really don't know, man. I don't know.
They've got to find something, right? Like, they're pushing this bottom tier 1. This is a good objective for Spirit if they get this, because then contesting the Tormentor, if they want to go for it pre-20, is a big deal. Atos is out. Stomp to follow it up here from Noob. There's going to be the silence or the sleep as well into the Earth Splitter. But Laurel's still healthy. He's alive. He's going to survive for now. There's the Stampede collapse. Has the arena, but silenced up for the moment, and in comes Ghost. He's found the Coddle on the backside. Sumail fallen a little bit low here, out of mana almost, and now Noob trapped inside the arena and finished off. Radon making his rotation in, drops the Stone Gaze, looking for an opening. Sumail will get out, but Omar waiting for the Pierce the Veil to end. Collapse has the Yules. The Stomp's not going to save him. They get the Spear. They get the connection. 2 dead. A double kill for the Mars. As Spirit, well, starting to pull away here. I mean, you also just have Ringmaster, right? That's one of the ideas of the Ringmaster pick, is you just put her in Escape Act and...
Well, it's not really... That's true to save her, but it's more about she's removed, and I think you're ignoring her in that time trying to kill. So you actually need to... You want to wake her up so she can do damage, and for that, you need an actual Dispel, which...
Just by a Wind Waker.
Level 25 on Coddle, you know? I mean, just right around the corner, you can use that strong Dispel.
Arcane Rune picked up, immediately caught from the Yules. The Spear back from Collapse. Now, not the best target to start on, but he will get caught from the Wheel of Wonder. They're looking for this Storm Spirit, but he gets saved. Great Force Staff out. There's your Stampede, but now it's a full retreat. Looking for more Atos once again here from Sumail. The Stomp's going to connect. Medusa asleep for a while. In comes the Earth Splitter. Laurel nearly dies, but he survives, and there's the arena. He's actually caught the life, so it doesn't know what a Spear from Collapse catches, too. Green light to go back in. Noob's caught from the Vortex, and Radon doing so much work here on the Medusa. Goes forced to try and run away here under this rage. It's a buyback from Omar, but the damage is done.
There's the save. Keeping her alive.
I mean, Rue's going to start pumping mana into this hero. Look at this guy. He's fine.
Healthy.
And Laurel's sitting at full mana as well. They can just keep fighting. If they get eyes on Omar here, that could be a dieback.
And that started.
Oh, Sumail, top side, looking for Collapse. Does he get the jump? Oh, what a shot from Omar. Downtown. Gets the kill. That's a huge amount of gold for this guy. Atos, onto the Storm Spirit. A lot of damage coming out here. The Stomp as well. Rue with the Force Staff trying to save him the Blinding Light. Is it going to be enough? The second Fear. All right, Omar. Those are massive finds for him.
The damage comes in from the rest of the heroes, especially when
got a minute left on this timer.
Radon looks like he's headed top. Well, actually, are they just going straight back mid? Oh, I didn't realize they didn't finish this. All right, they're back.
Does he have Stomp for the wave, maybe? I was like, maybe you can just stomp the wave, but he just dispersers the creep as well.
Funny.
He's like, yeah, we're not letting this get slowed down at all.
I don't have the patience for backdoor. Get in here, creep.
That's funny. He's just trying to keep the impalement arts on Sumail so he can't just continue to dance around on the backside. Oh, they just go in on Laurel. The Yule's the setup. Do they have the damage spot? If he gets the blink, nice Arita, but not nice enough. Sumail, thanks to that translocator, able to survive. Gets pushed back in. What? They get the double spear. Sumail taunted by the Wheel of Wonder. They're going to lose Laurel, but can Sumail get out of this? Radon still slept up. He's trying to finish the job, but translocates again. Sumail's actually out, and Radon's in really deep. 3 seconds on the Aegis. They'll claim the first life. NIGMA Galaxy looking for a huge kill here onto this Medusa. The Stone Gaze will buy him a lot of time here. Noob trying to block him up. The Fear sends him back in. Stone Gaze will not connect onto him. And there's the Stampede. It's time for NIGMA to chase this fight. The Yule's a setup here. Medusa, she's strong. But can she fight 1v5? It's close, but it's not going to be it is enough. She's just living. There's too much healing coming in from the side of Spirit. They're forced to back away. Radon, a one-man army.
Look at the mana bar. Rue just keeps going back in, man.
It's mana and Illuminate. Like, even if you get through all of the mana, the healing is absurd.
All right, watch. Let's see him gain mana.
That's an infest. They're coming in. Ghost. He's trying to find somebody. He's like, all right, I'm done with this Medusa, but she just does too much damage. He's on the run. The Scotty slowing up. Collapse. Blink canceled by the March.
If you can't get to the supports,
Oh,
specifically the keeper, you will. I guess some of that was the buyback on the Mars, maybe why they didn't gain as much money.
Yeah. I thought they might just go like Butterfly on the Medusa at this point.
She's already not dying.
Yeah, but I guess that's the thing, right? She's like, yeah, I just trust my team. I'm going to go more damage instead, which it's working really well. She's got an Ags queued up, so having the like modifier for split shot, it's not something we see a ton, but when you go this like Scotty Monkey King Bar Daedalus build, right? This is just like the classic Medusa of old, playing around like what used to be the 25 talent. Now we are seeing a smoke down here for the Tormentor. We'll see if they actually connect on this. Noob trying to cut them off. This would be a huge stop. He gets both supports. Only dodge with a Force Staff. Rue's actually alive for now. The Arena, the Spear. It pins down the Lifestealer. Ghost trying to do what he can, but the Laurel Storm Spirit surviving on just a sliver of HP, and Radon once again doing too much damage. Sumail can't get out of this one. They've done it. They've taken down Laurel. Buyback, though, coming in here from Miposhka. Is it going to be enough? Medusa starting to run out of mana. Coddle's got to get in here into the fight, but they can't do it. NIGMA finally get their target. What a turnaround. But for now, Spirit just holding steady, kind of waiting out this Aegis timer. 2 minutes and 40 seconds left on this. And here's the thing, right? They're just pushing the net worth advantage further on Spirit because they can out-farm you now on the map.
Yeah, I'm wondering what else can they do to get to Rue? Because that one was kind of fortunate. That was the Tormentor, and they wrapped around. But if we recreate the fight where you're sieging the high ground, much harder.
Miposhka might be in some trouble. Rue actually comes in, gets the Will-O-Wisp down, gonna try and make some space. The Fear is enough to push him back, but Sumail's gonna continue to chase. What a dead shot once again, finding both of the supports. The Earth Splitter just chops them down. Rue actually dying to a neutral creep, funny enough, but they also get a gem, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that was the gem.
That being said, Omar in the mid lane, so is Ghost. The Hex comes out from Laurel. They're trying to get the kill, but the Abyssal Blade comes out. They just have so much damage. They amplify here on Radon. He's too dang strong. You gotta get out of here if you're NIGMA.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Well, back away for now. The March protecting the retreat, but your high ground, it's available if they want to go for it. There's a creep wave that's pushed in far enough top.
All of Spirit's headed up there.
Yeah.
Sumail's going to come in, start spamming out. March of the Machines, but Medusa can pretty much ignore this.
E-Blade Stomp. Hex Yules, a little bit of counter synergy, but they get the fear into the Wheel of Wonder. They're on top of the Centaur, but the Abyssal Blade locking him down. There is a nice save onto Laurel. The arena comes out once again from this Mars, but is it enough? Omar's dead. Noob full retreat. They get the stun. They get the silence onto the Lifestealer. He's dead. So is Sumail. He's going to have to buy back into this game. The BKB Medusa is just way too strong. Tier 3 under siege. But you've got bigger problems. It's the lane of barracks and the heals constantly from Rue. It's a full reset here from Spirit.
You're not going to be scared at all. Lifestealer with that diffusal, he's the way you can kill the Medusa or the Storm.
Or the Storm.
Disperser plus Abyssal is what threatens you. He's dead. Like, you can be delayed by all this spamming of spells, but you're not going to die, especially with the Keeper behind. Maposhka's there with his
Manta dodge.
He didn't even eat
earlier. You said earlier, like, he'll just Manta dodge, right? Like, who cares? I mean, you're 100% right. Radon just going to start whittling away at this tower. Crimson Guard will slow it up. I mean, it's taking 0 damage.
It's so good against it, but
classic.
You're 30k behind. It's unfortunately not going to be enough.
Good blink dodge there, but Laurel, he's looking for another opening. The Hex, he gets on top of the Elder Titan. Noob jumps in, tries to make some space, but the Wheel of Wonder is out. Nice Ogre Steal away, but the Spirit back from Collapse. You will not escape Spirit. The Mega Creeps, certain at this point, as they're going to buy back. It's a 2v5. Lifestealer 17 seconds till he's alive. Radon will continue the siege. Blink to safety here from Noob, but they've got the Tinker. Will-O-Wisp, there's the Stampede. Okay, forced back, but now no spells left here from the side of NIGMA Galaxy. And how do you deal with the Medusa? Can you deal with the Medusa? She's got a full Ag Synth coming out now.
With this type of lead, I think it's pretty tough. They're going to play on, and you do have to respect it to some degree, especially as ET's coming up. You can't just mindlessly go in, but just a slow and steady siege. I don't see a way for it to happen.
I mean, I don't think you can burst her in the sleep anymore, and now you have, like, double arena to follow it up. She has a BKB immediately. Like, there's a lot of tools from Spirit being... Yeah,
They're both calling, get over here, Rue. It's like, okay, yeah, here I am.
I'm sorry, Master. I'll be right there.
Radon gets hit by a laser. Where's my Chakra Magic?
They jump in, the Hex, they've got the Centaur to open up the fight. Ghost actually just popping the Rage, has to run right through them. The Stomp dodged once again by the Manta-style Laurel. Trying to get on top of this Muerta. They've got it. The damage is there. She's dead. No buyback, and he's not done. Pops the Refresher. He's got a second BKB to play around. Laurel does need a little bit of help here. He's got the cheese in the back pocket. He'll get tossed. He's ready to go back in. Fighting shape Noob with BKB. Will stun up 2 on the backside, but he's all alone. Gets away from the arena, but not away from the storm. Rue comes over, gives him another fresh set of mana. 2 dead on NIGMA. And you've still got a Refresher at the ready for this Collapse Mars.
You're just waiting for Radon. She's slow. She's a slow hero. She's got to get here.
She's on her way. All right, tier 4 is under siege. Sumail blinks in. A little bit of damage. Pops his BKB. Goes trying to get a lot here onto this Storm Spirit, but he's just zipping through. Doesn't seem to care. He's out. That Abyssal Blade initiation, if you don't get the Storm, there's not much you can do to follow it up. There's the Spirit back. They've managed to get on top of Sumail, but the buildings, the Ancient, it's exposed. It's under siege. They're just ignoring him as Radon gets to work and tries to finish off this series. Goes Spirit up, pulled back and forth, rooted up as well. That is it, baby. NIGMA Galaxy will not be able to survive this one. It's a 2-0 for Spirit.
Another Medusa win, but this time the actual flex comes in. These first pick Medusas, you think they're going to be off lane. It's what everyone's doing. You try to address it, but at some point you're like, wait, it's just carry Medusa pretty good here, and we get the Coddle Storm combo. I think I said that twice. It's so good. It's so good. We saw how much space they were able to make.